Hi everyone, I'm Charlene Shirk and welcome to Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And joining us today is Renee Richel with One True Match. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
I wanted to say the Renee Richel from One True Match. So share with folks what One True Match is all about.
One True Match is all about finding the right person, the love of their life that will last forever, that is Christian. We are a Christian matchmaking firm, the old-fashioned way of finding people one-on-one and searching for them worldwide.
So you're on Digital Champions, so you have like this old school technique that's been around since the Bible days.
Right.
But yet you use a very modern technique in promoting your services. So where do you feel your digital dollars are best spent?
Well, of course, social media, because, you know, at the end of the day, we always say, don't move for love. We can find anyone. And with the access of digital marketing and social media, we can truly search for, find, hunt down, and look for whoever our client is searching for.
And how do you message that on your marketing services? Like, are you doing Instagram Reels or kind of testimonials on Facebook? Like, how are you getting that message across that this works?
Right. So we're starting to get more into obviously doing the Reels and on Instagram, social media, with, you know, Facebook, and we have a team that's just scouring, searching out for individuals. So if you ever get reached out by one of us, we are real. We want to talk to you.
Out of the blue,
take
like,
it as a compliment. We're super excited. We have the best clients. But also really we just got back from actually our annual New York City conference. And it's great because we plug in with thousands of other matchmakers all around the world. And we just did a digital portion of it, which is talking about all these new ways to actually, with new digital apps and things like that we can actually apply to do. So we're really excited. We're starting to invest more dollars in a global search coming up, and we're working on an app right now, which is exciting. That'll be for education, not for matching. I make that very clear. We are nothing like the online dating world.
and talk about that's very different. Even though you are in the digital space, you are not a swipe right, swipe left kind of service at all. What differentiates you from those dating apps?
So we actually really get to know somebody for who they are. We spend intense time, which sounds scary, but when you're thinking about marrying the love of your life, you kind of want those questions, you know, so we're able to ask, you know, past relationship history, childhood history, you know, what they're looking for, their future goals, and what that looks like in a marriage and a relationship, which you never find those things out or ask in the beginning when you first meet someone. So what's also great about that, and when it comes to the digital world, we can also look to see what they've already put out there. And right there is a big indicator what people vent or put out on social media. Like, we have a podcast, we talk about the do's and don'ts of social media and how that actually can really reflect not only in your job, but also in a relationship going forward of how it will be. So it's really important what you put out there. The content needs to be something that you would want to see 20 years and be proud of it still, because you know, once you put something out there on the global web, like it's out there.
Right.
Even if you try to delete it.
I love my memory feed comes up and I'm like, ooh, I posted that? I don't need that in my memory feed anymore. Delete. So let me ask you this before we run out of time. What age groups do you deal with? Because different age groups, as we know, are on different platforms. So what are the age groups and how do you message them differently? Right.
So I would say our younger demographic is mostly on social media. Our middle to like 30, late 35 to 45 and up is more on Facebook. And then, of course, we're starting to dabble into other like digital marketing levels that you can do, you know, with like Google Plus. We get a lot of people that just find us. We obviously also started our podcast that's going over really, really well, which is just for marriage and relationships, not just for the singles, to give advice. So all of those things together, anything you can put out there helps to get more traffic for your business, obviously.
Now, you gave a tip for folks, like, be careful what you put on social media. It's got to be able to age well.
Right.
So what's the one tip you would give maybe to other services or folks in your position where in terms of their digital marketing? Because I have to think the same rule applies for you and what you're putting out there, that it also needs to age well.
Yes. So I think the one thing we took away from the conference is obviously I need to put myself out there even more as the brand and obviously as the CEO of the company and things like that, which is a challenge because at the end of the day, you enjoy your personal life, but that's how you also connect with people because we are such a personal business. Like, people are pouring their hearts out to us. And so building that relationship with your audience in a way that they feel trust from you and that they feel received and loved just by a post is super important. So it's important that it doesn't sound ad-like and it sounds more just raw and personal and who you are, and that obviously speaks volumes to a lot of people that get traffic.
I think when you're an entrepreneur, you are your brand, but your brand is also your business brand.
Right.
You have to find balance between those two.
Yeah.
Well, Renee, thank you so much. And folks, if you're looking out there, One True Match is where you should go. And you're just fabulous. I mean, you are just great at what you do, and I'm sure she can find you that one true match. All right, well, I'm Charlene Chirk. That's going to do it for me today on this episode of Digital Champions. And if you'd like to learn more about One True Match, and wink, wink, I know you do, let's go ahead and you can check them out on dailyadbrief.com. Well, that's going to do it for me now, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.